Right, let's do like this. And so since we are about to start our new lesson, so let's do something like this, because we have our examinations in the coming week. Therefore, I'll give you a super summary, not a summary, but a super summary of the lessons that we have learned. And that I'll spend like 20 minutes, yes, 20 minutes to summarize the things that we have learned in these chapters. Then I'll move to the, I'll give chance priority to discuss about the new lesson, right? So that way, let's proceed, right? Okay, so first 20 minutes discussing what we have done up to now. Lesson number 1, importance of computers. Under this lesson, we discuss what is a computer, what kind of device it is. Actually, we discuss that as a system with a lot of components, lot of sub-components, and the components we discuss like that. And so these main components including input devices, output devices, storage devices, processing devices, communication devices, and memory. So these are the components of the computer system. It's like us. We see things, we listen to the things, those are inputs. We are taking input from the outside world. Similar to that, the computers are doing the same. Computers are also taking inputs from the outside world. The second thing, we memorize, it will go to our memory. So whatever the input that we have seen, whatever the, like, let's say you have seen a butterfly. If you have seen that butterfly previously, whatever, so that will go to the memory first for the referencing purpose. Means you will memorize, you will remember what you see. You will, so for an example, see, look at the sunlight and close your eyes. For some considerable time, you will feel the sunlight. That is why, because it is there in your memory. Whatever inputs will go to the memory. Then we will understand, we will analyze, we will calculate, we will process it. That is processing devices. Actually, once processed, if it is interesting, we can stop, we can keep it, keep the memory. Keeping memory can be done different ways in our real life. Take a photograph, record a video, record an audio. These are ways of keeping memories, or write down in your book. That is another way. Take a photo, record a video, record an audio, write down in the book. So those are ways of memorizing. So similar to that, that is memorizing permanently for some long time. That can be done in the computers. That can be done by saving the documents. So that is basically storage devices. Then you need to talk with your friends always, telling what you have learned, what you have seen, what you have listened. So that is communication. The computers are also having the communication devices. Okay, I think, and so you need to output, actually, I couldn't tell that. You need to output, you need to give your emotions out using your actuators, arms, legs, skin, maybe face, facial expressions. Yes, you have to give the output. That is what the output is. Similarly, the computer has input, memory, processing, output, storage, and communication. These are the devices in the computer system. We learn about that. And also we learn about the features of the computer system. Never getting tired. It's efficient, fast, trustworthy. It's always giving the same consistent result. It's consistent. I'm a very near time. Fast, වේගවත්, efficient, කාර්යක්ෂමයි. වෙහෙස වෙන්නේ නැහැ. OT ඉල්ලන්නෙත් නැහැ. පැය 24ම වැඩ කරත් නිදිමත එන්නේත් නැහැ. So that is the computer system. So those are features of the computer system. Okay. Then, so after that we learn where the computers are used. Actually, computers are everywhere. You can tell transportation, medical field, government fields, accounting, banking, every sector you can see computer. And use computer laboratory in a safer manner. That is the second chapter. There we learn about, so what is our computer lab? What are the components inside of a computer lab? How can we protect them? How to properly turn on a computer, how to properly turn off a computer. That we learn. the steps. How can we turn on? How can we turn off? Then how can we protect computers from the physical threats like dust, pollen, humidity, maybe liquids can, if liquids split, then meals, if you bring it to the lab, it's not good. So maybe you have to protect from the animals, you have to protect from the salty air, you have to protect from the dust, temperature, high temperature, maybe electric issues like power cuts, sudden electrical failures, thundering, lightning, these things are problems. So how can you protect? You can use fuse, UPS, clean the lab, air condition. So these are the solutions. We learn about that. And also we learn about your safety, how you can be safe. So what are the issues affecting you? How to maintain the correct exposure? Otherwise you will get different diseases, different injuries basically. So you have to keep your eye in the right position, keep your neck, legs, hands, back in the right position, in the right portion. So we learn about that. Not yet. We also learn about the safety use of the computer and safety handling of e-wastage without throwing the e-wastage away, without just renewing your assets regularly. So we learn reuse, reduce, recycle, can properly handle e-wastages, reduce, recycle, reuse. Then we have come to the file management. Under the file management and the operating systems. Operating system we discussed, that is the middleman between you and your computer. ඔබේ file ගණකයක් අතර අතරමැදියා තමා operating system එක. So you are not interested, maybe you are not interested what is happening in the hard disk. So file එකක් save කරද්දී hard එකේ වෙන එක ගැන ඔයාලා හිතන්නේ. What is happening in the hard disk when saving a file? You are not thinking. What is happening in the memory when you are saving a file? When you open in the file, what is happening in the memory? We are not looking at that. How the data written into the hard disk, we are not looking at that. How data stored in the random access memory, how data processed inside the processor, we are not interested much. Maybe we are not much interested. But instead of, when we click this, you need to minimize. When we click this, you need to close, minimize, maximize. That is what we are interested in. Maximize, minimize, but things are happening in the memory, things are happening in the storage. But we are not considering that. අපිට ඒවා වැඩක් නැහැ. මෙමරි එකේ process එකේ එක එක වෙනවා තමයි. නේද? process ඉහළ යනවා, memory එක වැඩියෙන් ගන්නවා, වැඩ කරද්දි. හැබැයි අපිට ඕන මේක minimize කරාම minimize වෙන්න, close කරාම close වෙන්න, right click කරාම right click වෙන්න. file new ගියාම new file එකක් එන්න. file open ගියාම file එක open වෙන්න. file save ගියාම file එක save වෙන්න. But all these things are operating system functions today. මේ සියල්ල කරන්නේ කවුද? කවුද මේ new document, old document save කරන්නේ, ඒවා තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ, open කරන්නේ, double click කරන්නේ, memory එක allocate කරන්නේ, process එක වැඩ කරවන්නේ කවුද? ඒ මැද ඉන්න කෙනා, operating system. එයා නැත්තම් ඔක්කොම ඉවරයි. Okay, can you tell examples of few operating systems that you know? So what are the examples for operating systems? Yes. Tell me a few examples for the operating systems that you know.
Windows, Linux.
Okay, these are operating system families or brands. Just specifically tell. Windows what? Windows 10, Windows 11. Likewise, yes, can you tell? ඔබද කියන්නේ මොනවාද operating system ඕගොල්ලෝ දන්න?
Windows 10, 11.
Windows 11.
Windows 10, 11. 11.
Linux කියන්නේ family එකක්. Linux කියන්නේ OS එකක් නෙවෙයි kernel එකක්. Engine එකක් වගේ. Linux වලින් හැදෙන OS ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Ubuntu Linux, Kali Linux, Fedora Linux, Antara Linux, Office Linux, Puppy Linux, Mac OS, තව තියෙනවා phone වල එහෙම තියෙනවා. BlackBerry, Android, iOS, Mac OS, Chrome OS. ඔය වගේ ගොඩක් operating system. Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7, right? Windows Me, Windows 98, 95, Red Hat. So these are operating systems. And in the file management, so the operating system is working as the middleman. Actually, it does all the operations. It is the interface. It is the interface that we are working with. අපි වැඩ කරන්නේ interface එකත් එක්ක users ලා වැඩ කරන්නේ. හැබැයි එයා උදව් කරන්නේ the operating system helps handle hardware, right? එයා උදව් කරන්නේ hardware handle කරන්න, manage කරන්න. hardware වල වැඩවලට තමයි උදව් කරන්නේ. Therefore we call that a system software. එහෙනම් අපි operating system එකට කියනවා system software එකක් කියලා because it is helping hardware. And we learn about file management also. So different type of files. File has two main things. Can anyone remember? File එක කොටස් දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Especially a file name has two parts. What are they?
Extension file. File name and extension. File name and
Yes.
name and extension.
File name and extension. File name and extension. Those are the two main properties of a file name. Extension says the file type. File name is the unique name given to identify the file. Extension is there in the type of the file. In the file management, we learn about different extensions like JPG is a picture, MOV, MP4 movies, MP3 is a sound. Then DOCX is a Word document, TXT is a text file. Likewise, we learn about different extensions. So different files are having different extensions. We learn about that. And we learn how to create file, how to delete file, how to copy file, how to paste file, how to move file, how to rename a file, a folder. This we have learned. Then, so this is a system software. System software means a software assisting hardware. Software hardware will do the software. Software works with the hardware. We call them system software. Then we learn about application software. That is special software type which help users. How? So can you tell me few examples for application software? Yes. Can you tell me few examples for
Word.
Word? Yes. Word helps typing, word processing. Anything else?
Paint.
Paint. Yes, painting.
Excel.
Excel for calculations.
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint for presentations.
Word.
Yes, Word already there. Word processing.
Access.
Access for databases. So can't you remember Audacity for audio editing? Right? Audacity for audio editing. Filmora or Movie Maker for editing videos. Google Chrome, Firefox. Google Chrome, Firefox.
Adobe Audition.
Yes, Audition for audio editing. Chrome, Firefox. Web browsers.
Photoshop.
Tux typing for typing. Photoshop.
Adobe Photoshop. Illustrator.
Illustrator, yes. How many software programs and how many application software are there? So there are thousands of application software, right? Productive application software. We learn about that as well. And so then we learn about the parts of the mouse. So there are 3 buttons, including the left, right, and the middle scroller. But some mouses, it can have more buttons, including the volume controllers and other scrolling options, multimedia enabled mouse. Yes, those things are there. And keyboard, around 100 keys in the keyboard. We learn about each and every key. So what are the functionalities? What are the key names? Right? You will be asked questions from that area also. So we learn about that. Then we have come to the last part or the 5th part, that is algorithm and flowchart. We have recently learned about that lesson. Under that we discuss what? How to systematically solve a problem. Problems are there. We need to generate solutions. But how? We have to systematically solve step-by-step solutions to solve a problem. Is called an algorithm. Step-by-step, organized step-by-step way to solve a problem is called an algorithm. Actually, this method or methodology or the problem solving methodology or the algorithm. හරි මේ algorithm කියන එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් විසඳන්න තියෙන පියවර රැසකින් සමන්විත ක්‍රමවේදය. එහෙම නැත්නම් algorithm එක. ඒක ගත්තම පුතේ this algorithm you want to solve will be represented using flowcharts. So what is the reason? Why do we need to represent an algorithm using a flowchart? Yes? Can you tell me the answers? Why do we need to represent an algorithm using a flowchart? Flowchart is, you know, a symbolic way of representing something. It's symbols, set of symbols. We learned input, output, parallelogram. Process is a rectangle. Then oval is to start and stop. And diamond is for decision. Data flow is shown using arrows. Connector is a circle. We learn about that. Process is a rectangle. So why do we need to represent an algorithm? Again, I'm repeating the question. Why do we need to represent an algorithm using a flowchart? Oh, ඇයි අපි algorithm එකක් flowchart එකකින් පෙන්නන්නේ පුතේ?
Understand clearly.
Yes, one reason is correct, to understand it clearly. තව මොනවද? So what are the other reasons to understand it clearly? Correct. පැහැදිලිව තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් නේද? සංකේතමය භාෂාවකින් ලිව්වම වචන වලින් කියනවට වැඩිය පැහැදිලි. That is one reason. Any other reasons? වෙන මොන හරි තියෙනවද? මතක නැහැ. කොහොමද ඉතින් අපි එක්සෑම් කරන්නේ නේද එතකොට? To reduce the ambiguousness. So it can be ambiguous. Ambiguous කියන්නේ පැටලිලි සහගත වෙන්න පුළුවන්. It can be ambiguous. ඒක පැටලිලි සහගත වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද language එකකින් ලිව්වම ඒ language එකේ කෙනාගෙන් කෙනාට භාෂා ඥානය වෙනස්. භාෂා දැනුම වෙනස්. ඒතර භාෂාව හොඳට පුළුවන් කෙනෙක් ලියන එකක් භාෂාව සාමාන්‍යයෙන් පුළුවන් හෝ දුර්වල කෙනෙකුට තේරෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහරවිට ලියන භාෂාවේ ව්‍යංගාර්ථ වගේ දෙයක් තිබ්බොත්, indirect words තිබ්බොත්, ඒවා නොතේරෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකේ තිබ්බොත් literature part එකක්, සාහිත්‍යමය විදියට ලියලා තිබ්බොත්, ඒවා නොතේරෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. ඉතින් ඒ හින්දා language එකක තියෙන unclear ගතිය අඩු වෙනවා සංකේත යොදාගත්තම. වගේම ඕනම කෙනෙකුට තේරුම් ගන්න ලේසි. ඕනම මට්ටමක කෙනෙකුට. Anyone can understand flowchart because it is easy. It is symbols, and a lot of things can be expressed using flowchart, using symbols. Symbols යොදාගෙන ගොඩක් දේවල් explain කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි, ඕනම කෙනෙකුට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Symbols යොදාගෙන ගොඩක් දේවල් explain කරන්න පුළුවන්. right, ඔය වගේ හේතු හින්දා because of those reasons it's easy to use flowcharts, because flowchart is a very good tool which can be globally understood. Anyone can understand, and it is a global communication tool. It's a standard, world standard. Everyone uses that, right? So those are the reasons why flowcharts are used. Okay, so that is the summary. So within just 20 minutes I have summarized the 5 lessons that we have learned. Now I hope you are ready to answer the examination questions. You are ready to answer the examination questions. I hope that. Right? The more details, you have to go through the videos, look at the videos again and again, try to get 100 out of 100. Right? If you get 100 out of 100, there will be a special gift to you. We will be posting it to your home. So try to get 100 out of 100. CNCM ගන්න කට්ටියට අපි special gifts එවනවා ගෙදරට. ඒ හින්දා අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ගන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. To do that, you can watch the video again and again. Be prepared, be ready, watch the note, look at the notes, go through the notes, do the practicals. All these things need to be done and ready by next week. Okay, let's move to the new lesson. That is using internet for collecting information and communication. Can you write down the heading, please? Because we are in a new chapter. I know that we have given the notes. In the notes also this heading and the note is there. Note එකෙත් මේක තියෙනවා, tute එකෙත් මේක තියෙනවා. Right? Doesn't matter. So I expect you to write down the heading, because then you will remember these things more clearly. Whatever the most important thing, let's write down in the book. Please write down the heading now. Using the internet for collecting information and communication. Indicate when you're finished, when you're done. Please indicate when you're done.
Done, sir.
Finished, sir.
Finished, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the 6th chapter. That is our last chapter. But this chapter has more details, more things to do. So don't think that this, even though so we have finished up to 5th chapter, the 6th chapter is a long chapter, right? It is long and it's practical, and it will become one of the most important chapters that you have learned in grade 6 if you learn this carefully. So be ready to learn this chapter in depth and do the practicals. So these are very, very important tasks here. Okay. Internet. Internet is a place. Internet is actually infrastructure. It's like roads. Road system in the planet Earth. Road system in the planet Earth. In this road system, different vehicles travels. The road system or the transportation system, just take as a transportation system. So transportation system is not just limited to the surface, not just limited to the land. The transportation is there through ocean. The transportation is there through air. There's something called air traffic. You can monitor that live. You can just go to this website. You can monitor live air traffic. So that is there. So flight radar. So that is one way of checking the flights. So this shows, right? This shows the live flights flying around, right? This shows the live flights flying around, and this is called flight radar, right? Okay, here it is. See. Okay, this is the world. This is air traffic thing. So it's big, right? It's all big. And so this will update live, right? This update live. So, but in Sri Lanka, there are very few flights due to this recession condition, but still, so there are some, but few. But there are more flights in domestic flights and more flights in India. And you can see there are more around Maldives even. So better than Sri Lanka, because they have developed with the recession, but we have just going down. Okay, that is another thing. And you can again track the, so this is tracking live ships, right? So that is marine traffic. Or you can just use a vessel finder. So this is another transportation mechanism. And then not just that, so this is the marine traffic. See, world is full with this, right? This marine traffic. And you can see in Sri Lanka. So what are the opportunities? Oh, we can see. So there are a lot of opportunities circulating around us, but we are only taking a few chances. You can see the entire traffic moves around us, the Silky Way, right? But the thing is, so are we taking the full advantage of this? That is another problem, right? Are we taking the full advantage of this. Okay, so anyway, so why I was telling like this, the transportation system in the world, right? It's air traffic, land traffic, and marine traffic. Air traffic, land traffic, and marine traffic. So that is our transportation system. You can see, right? It's a lot. And that is our transportation system. So actually, this will be used by different vehicles. So it can be ships, yachts, it can be flights, helicopters, it can be jets, it can be cars, vans, bus, lorries, trucks, cabs, bicycles, right? So likewise, drones. So this can be utilized by different devices. Similarly, internet is the infrastructure. It is used by many services. It is used by many services to deliver its service. Actually, internet is one of the main infrastructure in the world. We all have right to access internet. Right? Teacher said that we can find information, see treasures from the internet. What do you mean by internet? Actually, so internet, when you're writing the word, please make sure the letter I is capital. That is how we use. We are not normally writing letter I in simple when you're writing internet. It is a practice to write this in capital I, right? So please make sure you are writing this in capital I, even though it's given in simple I in your book. Make sure you are writing in capital, right? එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි ලියන්නේ capital I එක. Simple I ලියන්නේ නැහැ අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් internet ලියද්දී. හරි මොකද ලෝකෙට එකයිනේ තියෙන්නේ වගේ ඒවා. So ඒක ටිකක් special. හරි, there is a large collection of networks. It's a network of network that is called internet. So two or more computers interconnected, then it create a network, right? So when two or more computers are there connected using wires or wired or wireless media, wire වලින් or wireless media වලින් computers දෙකක් හෝ වැඩි ගාණක් connect වුණා. We call that a network. When there are two or more computers, remember, then there are two or more computers interconnected. එකිනෙකට සම්බන්ධයි. Two or more computers interconnected using wired or wireless media. Two or more computers interconnected using wired or wireless media. රැහැන් සහිත රැහැන් රහිත. Wired or wireless media for the purpose of sharing resources and communication. ඇයි මේවා සම්බන්ධ වෙන්නේ? Resource share කරගන්න. ඒගොල්ලෝ ළඟ තියෙනවා බෙදා ගන්න. I have a file. When I connect my mobile phone to your mobile phone to laptop, I can share the file from mobile phone to laptop. ඒකනේ අපි දෙක සම්බන්ධ කරගන්න නේද? මගේ phone එකේ file එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒක lap එකට දාගන්න ඕන නම් මට phone එක lap එකට සම්බන්ධ කරන්න වෙනවා. ඒක network එකක්. එතකොට මගේ phone එකේ internet තියෙනවා, data තියෙනවා. If I want to connect my mobile phone to the laptop for internet sharing, I can use a mobile hotspot. හරි. එතකොට මගේ phone එකේ data තියෙනවා නම් මගේ phone එකේ data ටික මට සම්බන්ධ කරගන්න ඕන නම් right මගේ phone එකේ data ටික මට සම්බන්ධ කරගන්න ඕන නම් මේ data ටික connect කරන්න ඕන නම් ඒක දෙන්න ඕන නම් computer එකට internet යන්න. I have to share. I have to create a network. There are දෙකයි computers mobile phone එකත් පොඩි computer එකක් mobile phone එකත් පොඩි computer එකක් ඊට අමතරව mobile phone and the next one is your laptop or the computer. So that is a network. ඒ වගේ network ගොඩාක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි right ඒ වගේ network ගොඩාක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි හැදෙන්නේ internet කියන එක. Right, by connecting a lot of such networks, the internet is created. By connecting a lot of such networks, the internet is created. Okay, first of all, let's write small note on this. I know there is a note, but doesn't matter. So let's write the important points in your book. So please go and write your heading. I think you have already done. Internet is infrastructure. That is what I say. It is a facility. It's like our transportation system. Marine parks, air traffic parks, then තියෙන අහසෙත් තියෙනවා පාරවල්. ඒවා air traffic parks. එතකොට මුහුදෙත් තියෙනවා පාරවල්. ඒවා marine parks. පොළවෙත් තියෙනවා පාරවල්. ඒවා නම් ඉතින් බස් පාරවල් හරි මොනවා හරි කියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර ඔය ඔක්කොම එකතු වෙලා තමයි අපේ ප්‍රවාහන පද්ධතිය හැදෙන්නේ. ඔය පාරවල් ටික ඔක්කොම අහසේ තියෙන, මුහුදේ තියෙන, පොළවේ තියෙන පාරවල් එකතු වෙලා හැදෙන්නේ. ඒ පාරවල් තියෙන්නේ ඇයි? වාහන යන මිනිස්සුන්ට යන. භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රවාහනය කරන. හරි ඒ තමයි සේවා ප්‍රදාන. ඒවා දෙන විදි ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. බස්, වෑන්, ලෝරි, ට්‍රක්, ප්ලේන්ස්, බෝට්ස්, yachts, ships නේද? ඔය ඔක්කොම විදි වලට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකක්. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් කියන්නේ ඔය වගේ පාරවල් ටිකක්. කියන්නේ කනෙක්ට් වෙච්ච වයර් ටිකක් තියෙනවා. වයර් නැති ටිකකුත් තියෙනවා. වයර්ලස් සැටලයිට් හරහා වයර් නැතුව කනෙක්ට් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ටවර්ස් සැටලයිට් හරහා වයර්ස් වලින් කනෙක්ට් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ෆයිබර් වගේ වයර්ස් වලින් කනෙක්ට් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම එකතු වෙලා තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් හැදෙන්නේ. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් කියන්නේ සම්බන්ධ කරලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි සම්බන්ධ කරලා තිබ්බට මදි. ඒකේ තියෙනවා සේවා. සේවා තියෙනකොට තමයි සේවා ලැබෙනකොට තමයි සම්බන්ධය වැදගත්. දැන් අපි හිතමු මෙහෙම අපේ ගෙදරට ෆෝන් ලයින් එකක් තියෙනවා. ෆෝන් ලයින් එකට වයර් එක ඇදලා තියෙනවා කනෙක්ෂන් එක දීලා නැහැ. දැන් වැඩක් තියනවද? connection was full. That means you have the wire in, but අපි හිතමු current එක කියලා. current wires ගෙදරට ඇදලා තියෙනවා. current එක දීලා නැහැ. Is it useful or useless? Useless.
Useless.
wire එක තිබ්බා කියලා අපි මොනා කරන්නේ? දැන් අපි හිතමු electricity board එකේ ඉන්නම හැමතැනින්ම අපිට wire ඇදලා. හැබැයි wire වල current එක එන්නේ නැහැ. No power. Then it's useless. ඒ වගේ තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට්. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් විතරක් නිකන් තිබ්බනම් මෙලෝ වැඩක් නැහැ. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් මොනත් එක්කද උනේ? ඒතර ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක්ක යාළගේ සේවා ටිකක් ලැබෙන්න ඕන. වෙබ්සයිට් බලන්න, ඊමේල් යවන්න, එහෙමත් පුළුවන් වෙනවා. Right? Okay, please write down this part. Internet is an infrastructure for a lot of services. It is a network of networks. A network is two or more computers connected to wireless or wired or wireless media for the purpose of resource sharing and communication. A lot of such networks are independent computers connecting and communicating through internet. Right, up to here you need to write down. So these are some services of the internet. Please write down this. Right. So with this, get the idea of network first. Network is two or more computers, two or more connected computers, right? It can be connected using wired or wireless media. And the purpose is sharing resources and communication. Internet network, ජාලයක් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා ඉස්සෙල්ලාම දැනගන්න ඕනේ. ජාලයක් කියන්නේ පරිගණක හෝ පරිගණකමය උපාංග. يعني කම්පියුටර් එකකුයි ෆෝන් එකකුයි වුණත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම කනෙක්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා එක්ක වයර් වලින් වෙන්න පුළුවන් වයර් නැතුව වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඇයි මේ ෂෙයා කරන්නයි රිසෝස් ෂෙයා කරගන්නයි يعني අල්ලක තියෙන දේවල් බෙදා ගන්න. ෂෙයා කරගන්නයි කමියුනිකේෂන් සංවේදනය කරලා මැසේජ් යවන්න. ඒක තමයි හැදෙන්නේ. ඒතර ඒ වගේ නෙට්වර්ක් ගොඩාක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් හැදෙන්නේ. මුළු ලෝකෙ පුරාම. It covers the entire world. Actually who owns internet? Internet කාටද අයිති? Internet is owned by the general public, right? අපි ඔක්කොටම අයිති. No specific owner, right? No specific country owns that. Internet ඇමරිකාවට අයිති, internet චීනට අයිති, එහෙම නැහැ. Internet මුළු ලෝකෙටම අයිති, ලෝකෙ හැමෝටම අයිති. It's owned by the general public, right? It's owned by the general public. And one important thing today, the amount of information generated in the internet within a day, within 24 hours. අපි හිතමු දැන් අද Monday, August 8. Now time is closer to 8 p.m. හරි අගෝස්තු 8 රෑ 8යි. ඊළඟට අගෝස්තු 9 රෑ 8 වෙනකන් අපි හිතමු ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකට අලුතෙන් එනවා මොනවා හරි. වෙබ්සයිට්ස් එනවා, chat එනවා නේද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ WhatsApp chat කරනවා, imo chat කරනවා, Telegram chat කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ Facebook chat කරනවා, Facebook data upload කරනවා, YouTube channels වල කට්ටිය YouTube video දානවා, ඒවා බලන අය comments දානවා, Facebook photos දානවා, albums දානවා, ඒවා බලන අය comments දානවා, likes දානවා, share කරනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම වෙන්නේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් වල. එතකොට නිවුස් දානවා, අලුත් නිවුස් දැන් හැම TV channel එකක්ම මේගොල්ලන්ගේ TV program ටික ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකට දානවා. ඒතර lottery hit result හැම lottery එකක්ම lottery results දානවා. හැම university එකක්ම university එකේ ළමයින්ගේ work ඒ වගේ දේවල් news publish කරනවා. news channels news දානවා. ඉතින් ඔය වගේ researchersලා research papers දානවා. ඔය ඔක්කොම එක දවසක් ඇතුළත වෙනවා. Within one day, within 24 hours, all these happen. දැන් ඔයා හිතනවා ඊළඟ දවසේ දැන් දවසම නිදා ගන්නවා. Let's say you are sleeping 24 hours. you decided to sleep 24 hours. ඔයාලා හිතා ගන්නවා කම්මැලි හිතලා පැය 24ම නිදා ගන්න. Right? Think like that. You are sleeping 24 hours, right? ඊට පස්සේ ඔයා හැරිලා හිතනවා, right? I will reference all the details in the internet within last 24 hours. So that you are thinking like that, right? ඔයා හිතනවා හරි මම හැරිලා පහුගිය පැය 24 මම නිදාගත්ත පැය 24 ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ වුණ දේවල් ඔක්කොම ටික බලන්න ඕන කියලා. The films released, the news released, all the comments, all the photos uploaded, all the videos uploaded, all the research papers published. You decide මම ඒක ඔක්කොම බලනවා. Now your age, let's say your age is 13. And when you are 80 years old grandfather or grandma, still you cannot finish that. Believe me. ඉතින් ඔයාලා තව අවුරුදු අපි හිතමු තව අවුරුදු 75ක් බලනවා මේ අර පැය 24 ඒවා. දැන් ඔයාලගේ වයස අවුරුදු අමාරු දැන් 88ක් විතර වෙනවා දැන් හරිම නාකි නේද වයසයි. ඒත් ඔයාලට මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක බලලා ඉවර කරන්න බෑ. අර පැය 24 මම කියන්නේ අර නිදාගත්ත පැය 24 වෙච්ච දේවල්. මේ අලුතින් ආපු ඔක්කොම නෙවෙයි. නිදාගත්ත පැය 24 වුණ දේවල්. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ you will not be able to reference. ඔයාලා නිකන් හොයන්න පුළුවන්. You can find the information, but you will not be able to reference within your lifetime. So that much of internet, that much of information will be generated in the internet within a day. හිතලා බලන්න කොච්චර large amount එකක්ද. How large, that is the volume of information, volume generated in the internet within a day. You will not be able to reference that within a day. Information ජීවිත කාලෙම refer කරන්න. Okay, let's learn. So what are the things that we obtain through internet? So what are the things that we obtain through internet? Okay, can you tell me? So what we get through internet? Yes? What are we getting?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, okay, good. Anything else? Only knowledge or?
Entertainment.
Entertainment, yes. Knowledge, entertainment.
Experience.
Mails.
Experience, okay.
Send mails.
Yeah, communicating, send mails, send chat, communicating.
Starting new friendships.
Yeah, finding new friends, pen pals. Yes, anything else?
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry. Did you need to write this down?
Sorry?
Did you say to write this
No,
down?
no. That is there in your note. You can get that from.
Money.
Yeah, you can earn money.
Say the August note.
Yes, August and July both we have uploaded August and July both. You can get that. Yes. So please focus on the question that I have asked. I asked what are the things that you are getting through the internet? Right, you said knowledge, entertainment, good.
Order.
Yeah, you can order goods and services. Okay.
Online banking.
Online banking can be
Sell
done.
goods.
Sell goods, yeah. Make in a virtual
Copy.
store, virtual office.
Services.
Services. What are the services? Yes, I'm asking what are the services? Okay, let's try down today. So let's write down these facts. Okay, so please write down what we get through the internet. What we get through the internet. We can express information and we can get information. We can communicate. Actually, communicating can be done several ways: emails, WhatsApp, Viber, Imo, Line, Skype, like instant messengers. Those are called instant messengers. Even Telegram can be taken, right? So these are instant messengers. Shanika Panivide tools. Imo, Line, Skype. Then news groups. And yes, entertainment. You said that also. Cloud applications. Again, අපි install කරන්න ඕන නැහැ. සමහර software internet එකේම තියෙනවා. And services. ඒවට අදාළ සේවාවක් තියෙනවා. E-commerce. Actually, so what do you mean by the banking, finance, buying and selling? All these are coming under e-commerce. Social media, you know, the Facebook, YouTube, like thing, right? Education can get through. Please write down this, right? You need to write down. This is not there in the note, so please write down. Then education.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I left the meeting for 2 minutes. What did you do?
So you can see in the screen, you have to write down this, right? So we are discussing about the same topic. The things that we get through the internet, I ask you to write down these things. Okay. Online buying, selling, social media, education. And
Excuse
you
me,
can
sir.
see health services. Yes.
Sir, social media වලට sir Zoom app එක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද?
Zoom can social media නෙමෙයි. Zoom can teleconferencing. Teleconferencing. ඒ කියන්නේ conference එකක් meeting එකක් තියන්න පුළුවන්. තනින් තනින් ඉන්න කට්ටිය එකතු කරලා. Health services, you can say e-channel in, telemedicine, etc. Right? Teleconferencing. Zoom like thing. Zoom, MS Team. These are teleconferencing tools. And you can say data storage. So you can store data, right? In large volumes, ලොකු data. ගොඩාක් තියෙන data ටික ඔක්කොම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ අපිට backup කරලා store කරලා තියන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද ඒකේ ලොකු storage එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඊට අපේ drives, Google Drive, ඒ වාගේ note හම්බෙන්නේ Google Drive. ඒතර data storage. තව මොනවද? Right, security related things. Cyber security, ගොඩාක් තියෙන cyber security, cyber ethics and all. Then e-governance. e-ආණ්ඩුකරණය. Government operations, ඔය ඔයාලගේ QR system එක ළඟදී ආවේ ඒව හැම ඔක්කොම e-governance 19 ඊට පස්සේ ඔය මේවා මේ ඔක්කොම e-governance. මේ ambulance service 19 all these things. Right, then you can say remote monitoring and remote work monitoring, remote working or teleworking, work at home එහෙම තියෙන remote working, teleworking, remote monitoring කියන්නේ ඔය හන්දේ එහෙම තියෙන ඒවා මෙහි ඉඳන් බලන්න පුළුවන්. right? So one thing is ISS, International Space Station. Let me show that. ISS or International Space Station. So if you want to see a video from ISS, you can look ISS live, right? Then you can see there are, okay, location is turned off. I need to turn on the location preferences, I think. Okay, let's go to the videos and yeah, this is from NASA, I think. Let's use YouTube. So I think that is better way. YouTube එකේ ISS International Space Station කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා අන්තර්ජාතික අභ්‍යවකාශ මධ්‍යස්ථානය. International Space Station. You can watch it live. So යාට පුළුවන් ඒක live බලන්න. මේ තියෙන එකේ ඉන්නවා සාමාන්‍ය මිනිස්සු 8 දෙනෙක් විතර. So ඒගොල්ලෝ මාස 3න් 3ට වගේ මාරු වෙනවා. පෘථිවියට එනවා, අපව යනවා, කට්ටිය ළඟට අලුත් කට්ටියක් යනවා likewise. So if you love space videos and all, this is actually Earth from the space. They are providing the live data streaming from the ISS. හරි. එතන මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්න තැන මෙතන බලන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාට. So they are in actually North Atlantic Ocean. North Atlantic Ocean. North Atlantic Ocean. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් යා පොඩි පෑ ගානකින් රවුමක් ගිහලා එන පෘථිවිය වටේම රවුමක් ගිහලා එනවා. එතකොට අපිට බලන්න පුළුවන් there is an application you can install called ISS detector. එතකොට ලංකාව උඩින් මෙයා යයි කියලා ඊළඟට ගන්න පුළුවන් දවස තමයි දැන් අද ගියා අද ලංකාව උඩින් ඒ ළඟින් ගියා 7ට විතර ගියා රෑ 7ට විතර ඔයගලෙන් ක්ලාස් එක පටන් ගන්න කලින්. එතකොට ආයේ ලංකාවට හොඳටම පේනවා තව පැය 23කින්. හරි ලංකාවට ආයේ හොඳටම පේනවා තව පැය 23කින්. So if you watch like පැය 23යි හරියටම මතක දෙන්න පැය 23යි විනාඩි 40කින්. ඒ කියන්නේ හෙට රෑ 7:50ට විතර 7:40ට විතර බැලුවොත් අහසේ ඔයාලට ලංකාවට උඩින් යනවා අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන් සමහර විට. Right, you can see. So this is from the ISS එකෙන් නම් මේ Atlantic Ocean එක පේන හැටි තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. මෙතන පෙන්නනවා යන තැන. ඊට පස්සේ ආ මෙන්න මෙතනින් මේ මෙහෙන් හරි මේ පල්ලේ අනන උඩින් එකකින් යනවා. බෙන්ගාල් බේක හරහා. Right? So this is live streaming from. And the other way you can see ISS tracker එක දාගත්තම අනිත් පැත්තට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ISS එක තියෙන දන අපිට. ISS tracker or ISS detector. That app you can install to your mobile phone, right? So if you love to see space videos, that is for you. And actually, so you can see. So who are connected to the internet? There are a lot of things connected to the internet, satellites, these things, you know, vehicles, those are connected, ships, planes, those are connected. And not just that, animals are even connected. You can see internet, IoT, internet of things, internet connected cattle. Harak no internet connected. The whole these are real cattle, right? These are real cattle. They are connected to the internet. Actually, they are having Wi-Fi facility. They are connected to these devices. They have the Wi-Fi facility. That means the owner of the farm can monitor them. They are also generating some data about their meals, working pattern, their behavior. So they are generating data and upload it to the internet. So the owner can see that. So IoT cats, IoT dogs, IoT pets are available. Right? IoT pets are available. So pets are connected to the Wi-Fi. Right? So you can monitor your pet through Wi-Fi. So these things are there in the world. So that is the internet. So internet is a big domain. We just know few things about the internet. Okay. So I'll give this as an exercise. Please complete this. There are a lot. You can just write. So I'll give few, but you can go and write down. So scientific experiments. Space exploration. So these are the things through internet, right? Space exploration. Scientific experiment support, space exploration support, weather forecasting support, disaster monitoring support, disaster monitoring support, and not just that, future forecasting support. You can predict future predictions. And trend analyzing. So these are just some, but there are like big, so like there are a lot of things, lot of services that you can obtain through internet. These are only a few, right? These are only a few. So just take a screenshot of this and write down. So then next week we are not having the classes because we have the examination. So please do that perfectly. I wish you all the best for the exam. Right? Take a screenshot and write down this in your book or the note. Then good night. See you all next week.
Good night, sir.
Sir, see you next week.
See you next week, sir.
Good night.